Your cat may forget where you put your keys, where you left your socks, even what you fed them yesterday, but there are certain moments so small, so quiet, so easy to miss, that your cat stores them forever. Not in their mind, but in their heart. And the scary part is most cat owners think love is just food, toys, cuddles, but cats don't love like that. Cats keep a private list, a silent list of the things you do that make them feel safe, and the things you do that make them feel alone. All because here's the truth. There are 7 acts of love your cat hopes from you throughout their entire life, and if you get them right, your cat will bond with you in a way that feels almost unreal. But if you get them wrong, your cat won't hate you, they won't get revenge. They'll do something worse, they'll stop expecting you. And damn, that change is so slow, you won't even notice it happening until one day you look at your cat, and you realize they don't come to you the same way anymore. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the 7 acts that cats never forget. And I need you to stay until the end because act number 7 is the one that breaks people. The one that turns even the toughest cat owners quiet. Because your cat will only need it once, but they will remember it until their very last breath. Now, let's start with the first act, because it begins the moment you touch them. And what I'm about to tell you, almost nobody does right. Here's something most people never think about. Your cat is not living in years. They're living in seasons. One season they're a kitten, small paws, big eyes, wild energy, and you think, oh, we have so much time. Then one day you notice the jump is a little slower, the nap is a little longer, the meow is a little softer, and you realize time didn't warn you, it just happened. And this is why these 7 acts matter so much. Because cats don't measure love by grand gestures. They don't care about expensive beds. They don't care about fancy toys. They don't care about perfect owners. They care about something far deeper. They care about how you make them feel consistently. Every day, in small moments. In moments you don't even remember, but your cat does, because cats are not just watching you, they're studying you. They're building a map of you inside their nervous system. A safety map, a trust map. A this person is mine map, and every act of love adds a new line to that map. But every ignored moment, every rushed moment, every time you accidentally cross their boundaries, that also gets written down. Not as hate, not as anger, but as a quiet emotional conclusion. That says, I love them, but I can't fully relax with them. Damn, and that is the heartbreak of cats. They don't scream when they're emotionally hurt. They don't complain. They don't argue, they simply withdraw, and they do it so gently most people never even notice. Until one day they stop following you, they stop checking on you, they stop sitting near you, they stop choosing you. And the owner thinks, oh, they're just independent. But no, that's not independence, that's emotional resignation. So if you've ever felt like your cat is distant or cold or doesn't care, I need you to hear this clearly, your cat cares. A lot, they just learn to care quietly. And the good news, this is fixable. You can rebuild this bond, you can restore the trust, but only if you understand what cats truly remember and what they've been hoping from you their whole life. And the first truth is shocking because cats don't love like dogs do. Most people grow up thinking love looks like a dog. A dog runs to you. A dog jumps on you. A dog begs for attention. A dog forgives instantly. So when they adopt a cat, they expect the same kind of love. And when they don't get it, they assume something painful. They assume my cat doesn't love me, or worse, my cat doesn't care, but cats don't love loudly. Cats love like a secret, like something sacred, like something that must be protected. Because in nature, love was not safe, trust was not safe, attachment was not safe. A wild cat that got too emotionally attached could get killed, could get trapped, could get betrayed. So cats evolved to love in a way that is quiet, careful, controlled. They don't show love by needing you, they show love by choosing you, and that choice is everything. A cat who sleeps near you is saying you are safe. A cat who slow blinks at you is saying I trust you. A cat who follows you room to room is saying I want to be near you without having to beg. A cat who rubs their cheek against you is literally marking you as family. Not with noise, but with chemistry, pheromones, scent, memory. And this is why cats never forget certain acts. Because cats bond through emotional imprints. Not constant attention, not endless touching, not forced cuddles. Damn, sometimes the biggest act of love you can give a cat is knowing when to stop. Knowing when to let them come to you. Knowing when to speak softly instead of grabbing them. Cats don't want to be controlled, they want to be understood. And when they realize you understand them, their entire personality changes. They soften, they open up. They become affectionate in a way that feels almost impossible. Like, how did this independent little creature become so attached to me? And that's the moment cat owners become obsessed, because cat love is not cheap, it's earned. And once it's earned, it's unforgettable. Now I'm going to show you the 7 acts that earn it. And we're starting with the one that most people mess up, even though it looks so innocent. Because the first act isn't about petting your cat, it's about where you pet them. So here's what we're doing today: no fluff, no boring facts, no random cute cat things. This is a list of the 7 acts of love that your cat hopes you will give them across their entire life. And I don't mean once. I mean in the small moments, the everyday moments. The moments you don't even realize matter, because these are the moments your cat remembers, and not like a simple memory. Not like, oh, that happened. But like, this person makes me feel safe. Or this person makes me feel anxious. This person respects me. Or this person doesn't see me. Oh, and if you're watching this right now, there's a very high chance you're not a bad owner. You're just human, busy, tired, distracted, and cats don't punish you for that. They don't hate you. They don't hold grudges like people do, but they do something else. They adapt. They adjust their heart. They shrink their expectations. And damn, that's why this video matters. Because some cats spend their whole lives loving their humans from a distance, even though they desperately want closeness. They just don't feel safe enough to ask. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to touch your cat in a way that bonds them to you. Exactly what words your cat needs to feel emotionally connected. The daily moment that decides your cat's mood for the entire day. The boundary that, if you respect it, makes your cat trust you more deeply. The departure ritual that prevents anxiety and destructive behavior. The silent act of love that heals them faster when they're sick. And the final act, the one they only need once but will carry with them to the end. Ha ha ha, yeah, this video is not just cute, it's deep. And if you have ever loved a cat, you already know cats are not simple, they are emotional puzzles. But once you learn their language, they become the most loyal companion you've ever had. So stay with me. Because the first act is something your cat has been waiting for since they were a kitten. And most owners never discover it. And when I tell you where to touch your cat, you'll realize why they always lean their face into you. ACT number 1, the touch they crave most: core bonding. Most people pet their cat like this: top of the head, behind the ears, maybe a quick scratch under the chin. And listen, those places are fine. But there is one spot, one small area, that carries a deeper emotional meaning than almost anything else. Oh, it's the place your cat secretly wishes you would notice more. The place that makes them melt. The place that makes them close their eyes and breathe like, finally, yes, that spot is right here, between the eye and the ear. The soft part of the cheek, the temple area, it's called the temporal gland region. And it's not just cute, it's powerful, because cats have sent glands there. And when you touch that area gently, you're not just petting them, you're doing something that tells their nervous system, this person is safe. This person is family. This person belongs to me. Damn, and here's what makes this even deeper. When mother cats groom their kittens, they focus a lot on that exact region. It's part of how kittens learn calm, how they learn comfort, how they learn attachment. So when you touch your adult cat there, in slow, gentle circles, you're triggering something ancient inside them. Something biological, something emotional. You are recreating a memory that they don't consciously remember, but their body never forgot. And that's why you'll notice this. When you touch that spot correctly, your cat doesn't pull away. They push into you. They lean their whole face into your fingertips. They close their eyes. They slow blink. Sometimes they even drool a little "Ewa," but yeah, it happens. That is not random affection. That is your cat saying, yes, that's the love I've been waiting for. Now here's the mistake. Most owners pet too fast, too rough, too much pressure. Cats don't want a heavy hand. They want a soft fingertip, slow, circular, like you're polishing something fragile, like you're touching something sacred. All because you're touching the place where your cat stores trust. And once you do this consistently, your cat starts associating you with calm, with safety, with emotional comfort, not just food, not just play, not just routine, but a deep internal feeling that says, when I'm with this human, my body can relax. And now we're moving to the second act because your cat is not just listening to your hands, they're listening to your voice. Let me paint a scene because if you've lived with a cat long enough, you've probably seen this, but you didn't realize what it meant. It's late, the house is quiet. No guests, no noise, no rushing. Your cat walks into the room like they own it because they do. They don't run to you like a dog, they don't beg, they don't perform, they just appear, calm, silent, almost like a shadow. Then they sit near you, not in your lap, just close enough. And if you look carefully, they're watching you, not staring aggressively, just observing like they're waiting for something. So you reach your hand out, and your cat does something strange. They don't let you pet them immediately. Instead, they move their face toward your hand. They tilt their head slightly. They offer you the cheek, the temple, that soft spot between the eye and ear, and the moment your fingertip touches it, slowly, gently, your cat's entire body changes. Their shoulders drop, their breathing slows, their eyes half close, their whiskers relax, and then they lean, harder like they want to press your touch into their bones. Damn, that is not just enjoying pets. That is your cat receiving an emotional message. A message that says, I see you, I respect you, I know your language, and your cat answers back with their own message, I trust you, I accept you, you are mine, and that's why cats become addicted to certain humans. Not because those humans are perfect, but because those humans are consistent, gentle, safe, predictable. Now here's the painful part. Some cats never get this. They live their whole life with humans who pet too roughly, too fast, too randomly. Humans who grab their head like a stuffed toy. Humans who force affection because it makes them feel loved. But the cat learns something else. They learn touch is unpredictable. Touch is overstimulating. Touch is not always safe. So they stop offering themselves, they stop leaning in, they stop approaching. And the owner thinks, oh, my cat is just not affectionate. But no, your cat wanted affection. They just didn't feel safe enough to ask. Also, if your cat is distant, start here. Start with the cheek. Start with gentleness. Start with slow circles. And watch what happens over the next few days. Because your cat will start coming closer. And closer. And closer, like they're finally saying, oh, so you can understand me. And now we go to the second act, because your cat's brain changes based on the words you speak. ACT number 2. The words they need. Here's something that surprises most people. Your cat doesn't just recognize your footsteps. They don't just recognize your scent. They don't just recognize the sound of food. They recognize your voice. And not in a simple way, not like, oh, that's my human. No. Your cat's brain actually adapts to your voice over time. It changes, it grows. All because cats are not silent animals. They are social animals, just selectively. And when you speak to your cat regularly, you are doing something that goes way beyond communication. You are creating connection. You are stimulating their brain. You are building emotional familiarity. You are giving them what many cats never get, a feeling of being included in the world. Damn, and here's where most owners get it wrong. They only talk to their cat when they're feeding them, they're scolding them, or they want a cuddle. So the cat learns human voice equals food or stress, but cats don't want that. They want something deeper. They want you to talk to them like they are part of your life. Not a pet, not a decoration, not a toy. A companion, a little roommate with whiskers. Ha ha ha, so yes, talk to your cat. Narrate your life. Tell them you're going to work. You're tired. You're proud of them. You missed them. Even if they pretend not to care, they care. Now here's another mistake. People use baby talk, a high-pitched voice. And listen, it sounds cute to us. But for many cats, it doesn't feel calming. It feels like distressed kitten noises. It can actually make them anxious. So the best tone is your normal voice. Soft, calm, like you're talking to a friend, because cats don't respond to words the way humans do. They respond to rhythm, to emotional tone, to the energy behind your voice. And once your cat bonds with your voice, something magical happens. Your voice becomes a safety signal. A home signal, a signal that says everything is okay. Your cat's nervous system relaxes just from hearing you. And that's why some cats, even when they're scared, even when they're hiding, will still peek out when they hear their human speak. Because that voice is not just sound. It's a memory. It's love. But now we're moving into the third act, because there's a moment every single morning that decides your cat's emotional state for the entire day. ACT number 3. The morning moment they live for, okay? This one is going to hit some people, because it happens every day, and most owners don't even realize it exists. Between 5 and 7 in the morning, your cat performs something that looks small but feels huge to them. It's called a social check, a bonding check. Are we still okay? Check. All in the wild, cats didn't wake up and scroll their phones. They woke up and checked one thing: did the group survive the night? Are we safe? Is everyone still here? So even in your home, even in your warm bed, even in your soft blankets, your cat still carries that instinct. And this is why so many cats do the same thing at dawn. They walk into your room. They sit near your face. They stare quietly. They might gently tap you. They might rub their head on the bed. They might meow once. Not because they're hungry, not because they're annoying, but because they need something emotionally. They need confirmation. They need acknowledgement. They need to know you're still my person. We're still connected. Damn, and here's the wild part. Your response in the first 10 seconds decides your cat's emotional state for the entire day. Not joking. Cats who receive morning acknowledgement, even something tiny like a soft good morning, a slow blink, a hand extended, a gentle cheek touch, those cats become calmer, they play more, they eat better, they sleep deeper. They walk around the house like they own the world, because their attachment system got activated. Their nervous system got the message: we're safe today. But cats who are ignored, pushed away, or shouted at during this moment experience something painful. They don't just feel rejected, they feel emotionally unsafe. Like the bond might be broken, so they become more anxious. They hide more, they cling more, or they become distant. And over time, they stop trying. Oh, that's the heartbreaking part. Cats don't keep begging forever. They don't keep asking forever. After repeated rejection, their brain literally adapts. It stops expecting connection. It prunes the bonding pathway. And one day, you wake up, and your cat doesn't come to check on you anymore. And you think, oh wow, they finally stopped waking me up. But your cat is thinking, I don't need you in the morning anymore. And damn, that is not peace. That is resignation. So if your cat wakes you up, don't punish them, don't shove them away. Give them 3 seconds, a soft look, a slow blink, a gentle touch, that's it. And you will literally change your cat's entire day. Now we move to act number 4, because most owners accidentally cross a boundary that their cat never forgets. Now, I need you to hear this part gently, because some people will realize they've been doing this without meaning to. And I'm not saying this to make you feel guilty. I'm saying this because once you understand it, you can fix it. When cats feel emotionally rejected, they don't react like humans. They don't argue. They don't complain. They don't sit you down and explain their feelings. They do something quieter. They retreat. And the retreat is not dramatic. It's so subtle it looks like nothing. It looks like independence. It looks like, oh, cats just don't need much. But deep inside, it's not independence. It's self-protection. Because cats have one rule in their heart: if love is not safe, love must be reduced. So your cat starts doing small changes. They stop coming when you call. They stop checking on you. They stop sleeping close. They stop following you. They stop sitting in the same room, and they still eat. They still play sometimes. They still look normal. But the bond, the emotional glue, it gets thinner. Damn, and the scariest part is this doesn't happen in one day. It happens in weeks, months, years. A cat slowly learns this human is not consistent. This human is loving but unpredictable. This human wants affection but doesn't understand my boundaries. So the cat creates a new plan: stay close enough to survive, but far enough to feel safe. And this is why some cats live their whole lives loving their humans from a distance. They don't hate you, they love you, but they don't fully relax with you. And the reason is almost always boundaries. The boundaries that were crossed, the boundaries that were ignored, the boundaries that were never noticed. And that leads to the next act, because act number 4 is the difference between a cat that trusts you deeply and a cat that tolerates you. And the next act is where most cat owners accidentally destroy trust without even realizing it. ACT number 4, respecting their petting limit, okay? This one is huge. Because this is where most people think they're being loving, but they're actually overwhelming their cat. Every cat has something called a petting threshold. It's the point where pleasure turns into overstimulation, and it happens faster than you think. At first your cat enjoys the petting, they purr, they lean in, they relax, and then suddenly they snap, they bite, they scratch, they run away. And the owner says, what the heck, why did my cat do that? But the cat wasn't being mean. They were being overloaded. Their nervous system was screaming, too much, too much, too much. Damn, cats have extremely sensitive skin receptors. And when you pet them past their limit, those receptors start sending warning signals to the brain. The cat's body shifts from calm to fight or flight, not because you're a predator, but because their body doesn't know how to process the sensation anymore. And here's the sad part. Most cats warn you, they warn you clearly, but humans miss the signals because humans think warning looks like a growl or a hiss or an angry face. Cats don't always do that. Their warnings are quiet, subtle, like the tail starts twitching. The skin ripples along the back, the ears turn slightly sideways, the eyes widen, the body stiffens, they shift their weight. They stop purring, they start looking away. All those are not random movements, those are emergency signals, and when you respect them, when you stop immediately, something powerful happens. Your cat learns, this human listens. This human understands me, this human stops before I have to fight, and that creates deep trust, because the cat feels safe in your hands. But when you ignore the signals and keep petting, your cat learns the opposite. They learn, this human does not understand my body, this human does not respect my limits. This human is unpredictable. So the cat starts protecting themselves. They avoid touch, they avoid closeness, they stop leaning in, they stop offering affection, and then the owner says, my cat is not cuddly, but the truth is, your cat became careful. Oh, so here's the act of love, learn your cat's limit. And stop before the snap. Stop while the moment is still beautiful, because that's what cats remember, not the petting, the respect, the safety, the feeling of being understood. And now we go to act number 5, because the way you leave your house can quietly traumatize your cat. ACT number 5, the way you leave the house okay? This one is going to make a lot of people go, wait, seriously. Because most humans think cats don't care when we leave. They act calm, they act indifferent. They don't cry like dogs, they don't chase you to the door, so we assume they don't feel it, but cats feel it. Deeply. All cats are masters of noticing patterns. They don't need a clock, they don't need a calendar. They notice your shoes, your keys, your bag, your perfume, your jacket, your footsteps. And here's what happens, about 20 minutes before you leave, your cat already knows. They enter what experts call pre-departure anxiety. Their body starts preparing, their pupils widen, their heart rate increases. Their stress hormones rise, they begin scanning the environment. And the craziest part, they might not even show it on the outside, they might just sit near the door, quiet, still, watching. Damn, now here's where humans accidentally hurt them. We do one of two things. Mistake number 1, we ignore them completely, we rush out. No acknowledgement, no pattern, no calm signal, just gone. And the cat is left with a terrifying emotional question. Did my person leave forever? Because cats don't understand work. They don't understand traffic. They don't understand I'll be back at 6. They only understand presence. And absence. Mistake number 2, we make dramatic goodbyes. We hug them, we kiss them, we cry, we say, I'll miss Yaowu. We create a big emotional storm. And then we disappear, and the cat is left in a worse state. Because now they associate your departure with emotional chaos. Oh, so what's the act of love? A calm, consistent departure ritual, something small, something predictable, something repeatable. A phrase said the same way. A treat left in the same spot. A toy that appears only when you leave. A gentle cheek touch. A slow blink. Then you go, no drama, no coldness, just calm, because repetition creates safety. Your cat learns. This pattern means my human returns. This pattern means I'm not abandoned. And when a cat feels that, their nervous system stays calm. They eat normally, they sleep normally. They don't destroy things, they don't develop stress behaviors. They don't sit for hours at the door, frozen, waiting. Damn, and yes, some cats actually do that. They wait, quietly, for a return they cannot predict. So if you want your cat to feel loved, don't just love them when you're home. Love them in the moment you leave. And now we go to act number 6, because when your cat is sick, they don't just need medicine, they need something emotional. ACT number 6. The silent presence when they're sick, this one, is so misunderstood. Because when a cat is sick, humans panic. We hover, we touch too much. We check constantly, we force affection, we keep picking them up. We keep saying, oh baby, are you okay? And we mean well, we really do, but cats don't heal like humans. Cats heal like wild animals, quietly, privately, carefully. Oh, when a cat feels weak, their instinct is to hide. Because in nature, weakness meant danger. A sick cat was a target, so even inside your home, your cat still carries that instinct. And this is why sick cats often do one of two things. They hide under the bed. Or they sit somewhere close to you but just out of reach. They don't want to be touched. They don't want to be smothered. They don't want emotional chaos. They want something far deeper. They want your presence without pressure. Your cat needs what researchers call social proximity without interaction. Meaning they want you in the same room doing something calm, reading, working, typing, watching something quietly, not staring at them every 10 seconds. Not grabbing them, not forcing cuddles, just being there. Damn, because your calm presence tells their nervous system, I am not alone. I am safe while I recover. And here's what's crazy. Cats who receive this kind of calm presence often recover faster. They eat sooner, they relax more, they sleep deeper, their stress hormones drop. And yes, stress hormones directly affect immunity. So your cat's emotional safety literally changes their physical healing. But when a sick cat is isolated, when they're left alone for long hours, something painful happens. Their brain interprets it as abandonment. Even if you didn't mean it. Even if you were busy, even if you were at work. The cat's nervous system feels, I am vulnerable and nobody is watching over me, and that triggers more stress, more tension, more alertness, less rest. Slower recovery. So act number 6 is simple. When your cat is sick, don't overwhelm them, don't force love. Give them the most powerful love of all, quiet company, a calm room, a safe presence, just being near. And your cat will remember that. Forever. Because cats don't get seriously sick many times in their lives. So when it happens, that moment becomes a core memory, stored deep in the emotional brain. And now we're at act number 7, the final act, the one your cat only needs once but will carry until the end. ACT number 7, the final love okay, this is the one. This is the act that your cat will only need once in their life, but they will carry it all the way to the end. And I'm warning you now, this part makes people emotional, because it forces us to face something we don't want to think about. One day, your cat will grow old. One day, their body will slow down, their eyes will soften, their sleep will get deeper, their movements will become careful. And one day, they will reach a point where they know. They know something is changing. Cats are not stupid. Cats are not unaware. Cats understand their bodies. They understand pain. They understand weakness. And yes, many cats understand when they are nearing the end. Damn, but here is the heartbreaking part. Cats have a survival instinct to hide weakness. Because in nature, showing weakness could get them killed. So even in your home, even in your love, many cats still try to pretend. They still try to act normal. They still try to be strong. Not for themselves, but for you. All because your cat is bonded to you. And they can feel your emotions. They can feel your fear. They can feel your denial. They can feel your sadness. So many cats do something painful. They hide. They isolate. They stop coming close, not because they don't love you, but because they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to be a burden. They don't want to make you cry. And the final act of love is giving your cat permission to stop pretending. It is speaking to them, calmly, softly, in your normal voice, like you would speak to someone you love deeply. And telling them, I know it's okay. You don't have to be strong for me. You don't have to hide. You don't have to pretend. You are loved. You are good. And when you are ready, you can rest. This is not giving up. This is not ending hope. This is emotional peace. This is the final gift, because cats don't need you to be perfect. They need you to be present. And when a cat hears this, many veterinarians say something changes. They relax, they purr more, they stop resisting rest. They stop fighting their own body. They come closer. They choose to be near you. And damn, it feels like they're saying, thank you for understanding me. Thank you for letting me go gently. Your cat will only die once. And the way you guide them through that moment becomes their final emotional memory, the last thing their nervous system carries before the world fades. And now I'm going to tell you why these 7 acts don't just create love. They create a bond that lasts forever. So now you understand it. These 7 acts aren't just nice things. They're not tricks, they're not hacks, they're not random tips. They are the emotional language of cats. And when you speak that language, your cat changes. Not because you forced them, not because you trained them, but because you finally made them feel safe, seen, understood. And I need you to realize something. Your cat has been giving you chances, every day, small chances. Quiet chances, a slow blink, a cheek rub, a soft meow at dawn, a gentle head bump, a toy dropped near your feet, a cat sitting in the same room as you doing nothing. These are not nothing. These are invitations. These are your cat saying, "Can we be closer? Can I trust you more? Can I let my guard down with you? Damn, and here's what hurts. Cats don't get unlimited time. They don't get decades like humans. They get a small life, a life that moves quickly. And in that small life, they spend years building a bond with you one tiny moment at a time. So when people say cats don't love deeply, it's the opposite. Cats love so deeply, they just don't waste it. They don't give it away easily. They protect it. They guard it. They make you earn it. And if you do, your cat becomes one of the most loyal beings on earth. Not loud loyalty, not dramatic loyalty, quiet loyalty. The kind that sits beside you when you're sad. The kind that watches you when you're sick. The kind that stays in the same room just so you're not alone. Oh, and this is why the 7 acts matter. Because one day you will look at your cat and you will realize they're older now. Their whiskers are longer, their eyes are slower, their body is softer. And you will think, where did the time go? And the answer will be, it went into the small moments. The moments you either gave them or missed. But don't let this part make you sad. Let it make you present, because you still have today, you still have tonight, you still have tomorrow morning, you still have the next time you leave the house. You still have the next time they lean their cheek into your hand. You still have the next time they look at you like you're their whole world. Damn, so if you've ever felt like you're not doing enough or you're scared you're failing your cat, listen to me. Your cat doesn't need perfection. They need consistency. They need understanding. They need love in their language, and now you have it. And in a second, I'm going to recap all 7 acts in a way you can remember forever, because I want you to start doing them today. All right, let's lock this in. Because I don't want this to be one of those videos you watch, feel emotional, and then forget tomorrow. No, I want this to change the way you live with your cat, starting today. Also, here are the 7 acts of love your cat hopes from you throughout their entire life. Act number 1, touch them where love is stored, not the top of the head, not random rubbing, the cheek, the temple, between the eye and ear. Slow circles, gentle, like you're touching something precious. Because you are. Act number 2, speak to them like they matter, not only when feeding, not only when scolding, talk to them like a companion in your normal voice. Calm, soft, present. Act number 3, respect the morning ritual. Between 5 and 7, your cat checks the bond. You don't need to get up. You don't need to do a full cuddle session. Just acknowledge them, 3 seconds, a slow blink, a quiet good morning, a gentle touch, that's it. And it changes their entire day. Act number 4, stop before overstimulation. Learn their petting limit, tail twitch, skin ripple, ears shift, eyes widen, body stiffens. When you stop at the right time, your cat learns. This human is safe. This human listens. Damn. Act number 5, leave the house with a ritual, no cold silence, no dramatic goodbyes, a consistent phrase, a consistent treat, a calm pattern, so your cat learns they always come back. Act number 6, when they're sick, give them quiet company, not pressure, not forced affection, just your presence, in the same room, calm, safe, and your cat's body will heal faster because their heart feels protected. Or act number 7, the final love, the act they only need once. The moment when they are old and tired and nearing the end. They don't need denial, they don't need panic, they need peace. They need your voice, telling them, I know, I love you, you were good. You can rest. Those are the 7 acts. And if you do them, your cat won't just live with you, they will bond with you for life. And now I'm going to give you a simple daily routine that makes all 7 acts automatic without you even thinking. Now here's the part I love, because once you understand these 7 acts, you might think, okay, but how do I remember all of this? How do I do it consistently? I'm busy, I'm tired, I have work, I have stress. And my cat is, well, a cat. Ha ha ha, so let me make this simple. Because the truth is, you don't need to perform love for your cat. You just need a routine, a tiny ritual, a daily pattern. And when you do it, your cat starts feeling safe automatically, even on days when you're not perfect. Oh, here's the routine. It takes less than 60 seconds. Step 1, morning, 5-7 a.m. When your cat appears, don't ignore them. Just open your eyes, look at them, slow blink once. And say something soft like, hey, good morning. That's it. No big effort, just acknowledgement. Step 2, the touch. Later that day, when your cat comes near you, don't go straight for the head. Start with the cheek, temple area, slow circles, gentle fingertip, 10 seconds, and stop while it's still beautiful. Stop while your cat is still melting. Step 3, the voice. At some point in the day, talk to them, not baby talk. Just normal, calm voice. Tell them what you're doing, even if it feels silly. Cats don't care if it's silly, they care if it's consistent. Step 4, the boundary check. Anytime you pet your cat, watch the signs. Tail twitch, skin ripple, ears shift. If you see it, stop immediately, and let your cat choose what happens next. Because that is the act of love, respect. Step 5, leaving the house. If you're going out, don't rush out cold. Don't create drama. Just do the same ritual, a phrase, a treat. A calm goodbye, then go, no emotional storm. Step 6, when they're not okay. If your cat is sick or scared or stressed, don't smother them. Sit near them, quietly. Let them feel your presence. Let them heal emotionally, because your calm energy is medicine to them. Awe and step 7 is not daily. Step 7 is rare, but when the time comes, you will know what to do. You will know what to say. You will know how to love them through it. And that's why this routine matters, because it turns love into a habit, not a performance, so your cat doesn't just feel loved on good days. They feel loved as a lifestyle. Damn, and once your cat feels that, everything changes. And in the next layer, I'm going to tell you what changes in your cat when you do this, because the transformation is honestly insane. Okay, so what happens when you actually do these 7 acts? What changes in your cat? Because I want you to understand this is not just cute bonding. This is not just, oh, my cat likes me more. No, this is a nervous system transformation, a trust transformation, a personality transformation. Damn, here's what you start noticing first. Your cat becomes calmer, not lazy, not sleepy. Calm. Like their body finally stopped being on guard all the time. They stop flinching as much. They stop scanning the room before relaxing. They stop acting like every sound is a threat, because their brain is receiving a new message every day. I am safe here. Then something else happens. They become more affectionate, but not in a dramatic way, not like a dog, in a cat way. They start sitting closer. They start sleeping nearer. They start rubbing against you more often. They start slow blinking more. They start following you more. Awe, and one of the most beautiful changes, they start initiating love. They start offering themselves. They start leaning into your touch. They start giving you their belly. They start bringing toys. They start head bumping. And you'll realize something. Your cat always wanted to do these things. They just didn't feel safe enough. Then their behavior improves, and this is where people get shocked. Cats don't misbehave because they're evil. Ha ha ha, no. Cats misbehave when they're anxious, when they're overstimulated, when they don't feel secure. So when you create emotional security, a lot of bad behavior disappears. Less scratching, less biting, less random aggression, less hiding, less stress peeing, less destruction. Damn, even their eating patterns improve. They eat more consistently. They drink more water. They sleep deeper. They play more. They groom normally. And this one is huge. They start trusting you in vulnerable moments. When they're scared, when there's thunder, when there are guests, when they don't feel well, instead of hiding, they come to you because you became their safe place. Oh, and if you've ever had a cat choose you during fear, you know how powerful that feels, because cats don't fake trust. Cats don't pretend. When a cat chooses you, they mean it. And that's why these 7 acts are so important. Because they don't just create love. They create a bond that feels like family. But before we end, I need to warn you about one mistake that can destroy everything, even if you do all 7 acts right. Now listen, if you're watching this and thinking, oh no, I've ignored my cat in the morning, I've overstimulated them. I've left the house without any ritual. I've forced cuddles. I've done the baby talk. I've scolded them. I've crossed boundaries. All breathe, because this is the part that matters most. Cats are sensitive, but cats are not hopeless. Cats are not unforgiving. Cats don't keep grudges like humans. What cats do is they adapt. And if you change the pattern, your cat adapts again. Damn, you can rebuild trust. You can rebuild closeness. You can rebuild that emotional glue, even if your cat has been distant for months. Even if your cat has okay, this is the warning. Because even if you do all 7 acts, even if you touch the right spot, even if you speak gently, even if you respect the morning ritual, even if you stop before overstimulation, even if you leave with a calm routine, even if you sit quietly when they're sick, there is one mistake that can quietly destroy everything. And most owners do it because they think it's love. Damn, that mistake is forcing affection, forcing closeness, forcing contact, forcing cuddles, forcing kisses, forcing hugs, forcing your cat to be loving on your schedule. All because humans love like this. If I love you, I touch you. If I miss you, I hold you. If I'm emotional, I squeeze you. But cats don't experience love as control. Cats experience love as choice. And this is where the bond is either built or broken. When you force affection, your cat doesn't think, all my human loves me. They think my body is not respected. My signals don't matter. My boundaries are invisible. And every time that happens, your cat learns something. They learn to be safe, I must avoid, so they stop coming close. They stop sitting near you. They stop initiating love. They stop offering their face. They stop leaning in. And then the owner says, my cat is cold, but the truth is your cat became careful. Damn, and here's the worst part. Forcing affection doesn't just ruin the moment, it teaches your cat that love is unpredictable. And when love is unpredictable, cats don't relax. They don't trust. They don't open their hearts fully. So if you want the deepest bond possible, you have to do something that feels hard for humans. You have to let your cat choose. You have to let them walk away. You have to let them control closeness. And when you do, something beautiful happens. Your cat starts coming back because now they feel safe enough to approach. Oh, so yes, love your cat deeply, but love them in a way that makes them feel safe. Not trapped, not overwhelmed, not controlled. Because the greatest act of love for a cat is respect. And if you've made this mistake before, don't panic, because in the next layer I'm going to show you how cats heal emotionally and how to rebuild the bond starting today. Now listen, if you're watching this and thinking, oh no, I've ignored my cat in the morning, I've overstimulated them. I've left the house without any ritual. I've forced cuddles. I've scolded them. I've crossed boundaries. Oh, breathe. Because you are not alone. And more importantly, your cat is not broken. Cats are sensitive, but cats are also incredibly adaptable. They don't hold grudges like humans do. They don't sit around planning revenge. They don't keep score with bitterness. What cats do is they adjust their expectations. And if you change the pattern, your cat adjusts again. Damn, this is why rebuilding trust is possible, even with older cats. Even with cats who seem distant. Even with cats who hide. Even with cats who act like they don't care. Because deep inside, most cats still want connection. They just want it safely. So here's how you start rebuilding, and it's going to sound almost too simple. Step 1, stop forcing anything. No grabbing, no chasing, no pulling them into your lap, no picking them up for your own emotional comfort. Let your cat control closeness again. Step 2, start with the smallest safe signals, a slow blink, a calm voice, a gentle cheek touch when they approach, not when you approach, when they choose. Step 3, respect their limit like it's sacred. The moment you see the tail twitch, you stop. And when you stop consistently, your cat starts trusting you again. Because now your cat learns this human listens, this human notices, this human respects my body. Oh, and here's the part that makes people emotional. Sometimes a cat that has been distant for years will suddenly start coming closer again. Not overnight, not instantly, but slowly, like a door opening, a little, then a little more. Then one day they sit near you. Then one day they rub their cheek on your hand. Then one day they fall asleep beside you. And you realize, damn, they were waiting for this. They were waiting for you to become safe. So don't beat yourself up. Don't drown in guilt. Use that emotion as fuel, because now you know, and your cat doesn't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be consistent. They need you to love them in their language. And if you do, you can rebuild a bond that feels even deeper than before. And now, I want you to do something powerful after this video, something that will instantly strengthen your bond with your cat starting tonight. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Not tomorrow, not someday. Tonight, when your cat comes near you, don't rush, don't grab them, don't overwhelm them, just sit still. Look at them softly, slow blink once. And if they come closer, touch the cheek, that temple spot. Gently, slow circles, 10 seconds, then stop, and watch what happens. All because that small moment is not just petting, it's an emotional message. It's you telling your cat, I understand you now, I respect you, I'm safe. And your cat will answer back in the only way cats know how, quietly, with trust, with closeness, with that soft look that says, you're my person. Damn, and if you take nothing else from this video, remember this, your cat is not asking for perfection. Your cat is asking for presence, for consistency, for love in their language. Because your cat is watching you every day, building memories of you that will stay with them until the very end. So if this video touched you, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Because we make videos like this, that help you understand cats on a deeper level and love them the way they deserve. And I want you to comment something for me too. I'll read every single one. Back in backhand, which of the 7 acts surprised you the most? Was it the morning ritual, the departure ritual, or the final act? And if you want to go even deeper, I have another video on your screen right now about the 20 things your cat loves that most people never notice. Click it, because once you watch that, you will never look at your cat the same way again. Or I'll see you in the next video, because your cat is listening even when they look away. Click the video on the screen now. Your cat will thank you for it.